Hello, Combat here. Welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. We're just going to take a quick look over this week's OTA. There's quite a lot of buffs in here, and I believe there's just one nerf. I could be forgetting something, but I believe there's only one nerf in here, and it's the one we all wanted, and it's quite a shock. So we'll get straight into it. I don't want to waste any time. Actually, before we get into it, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Trying to hit 9k. As soon as possible. It kind of dragged on. I kind of wanted it by the end of the year, so it'd be nice to hit it before February. Anyways, let's get into the video. So, Blob has just been nerfed. A lot of people expected, like, knew a nerf to Blob was coming because he was really annoying and just in the face of the meta. And Glenn recently replied to, like, they asked the team question saying Blob is way above where he should be on their metrics. So a change was coming. Not many people expected the change to be this week because OTA are normally like just number changes, right? Like extra power, less power, you know, less energy, more energy, whatever, right? But this is like one of the first times that they've really used their ability on OTAs to make a big change to a card, because they normally send patches, and it's because Blob was just, it was in your face, it was too much, right? So let's get into it. You've gone from a 6/4, that eats your whole deck and can't be moved, to now he's a 6/0. So not only have they took 4 power off him, he's now on reveal merges cards from your deck until it gains 15 or more power, and it still can't be moved. That means that if you get a stone, like let's say just a normal stone in Thanos, then I don't even know, Giganto, it'd be done because it'd be at 15 power. But if you had, let's say, Giganto, then Infinite, he'd go to 40 and then he'd go to 34 power. So as long as he eats the biggest card just before it, I think people did numbers on it and ran the numbers and showing it, and quite a lot of the time he's still getting 20-25 power. So he's still big, still one of the biggest cards in the game. He's just not 40-50 power now, right? And clearing your deck, which is good. I actually like this change. I think this is a very smart way of doing the change. You take his power off him and you give him a cap, but you can also go over that cap. So you've got some range where you're probably going to be playing against a Blob, right? So you can anticipate it. You can also like know how big it could be, and you know, stuff like that. Both people have an idea if you play against Blob, the size of it, instead of like, oh crap, he's going to Blob. It's probably going to be 50 power and we can't win, right? So it's a great change. I actually like it. There's a lot of crying. I'm sticking on Blob because Blob is the big one in the patch. There's a lot of people that are going to be crying about, oh, I've just bought this card, it's already nerfed. But to that I say, good, right? It does suck that strong cards get nerfed, considering how hard they are to get at times. But at the same time, I'd rather see strong cards nerfed than be stuck in a Blob meta. If people say they like the Blob meta, come on now, give your head a wobble, right? This stuff isn't fun. Unless you're the one dropping a Blob, even then it's not even fun, right? Just, the one good thing about Snap is how on the point they are with changes, like whether it's buffing cards that just came out of spotlights, because there is a Hercules buff in here, which people are crying like, oh yeah, now I can't get him for ages, but the change is so minor that I don't believe for a second it had changed anyone who didn't buy Hercules buying it. And quite frankly, if a card's weak, you know it's going to get buffed by now. They've said many times that they want cards to be balanced. So if cards come out strong, they will be nerfed. If cards come out weak, they will be buffed at some point. So you can't be crying. I'm like, oh no, I didn't know this card was going to get buffed. They've said it. Look at the record, right? Weak cards get buffed. Strong cards get nerfed. If you're picking a card, pick a card that you're going to enjoy. Don't be picking it because it's super strong. Pick a card that's going to suit you, right? So let's get on to the other cards. It's not as quick. Destroyer is now a 6/15, a 6/16 instead of 6/15. For those that have played since launch, this is just a change back to the nerf, on a nerf, right? It was 6/16, it got nerfed to 6/15. And this is just a year in the making of undoing that nerf. Next up, Viper. She's got an extra power. Obviously, last month was it? They made her a 2. change her from a 2-3 to a 3-4 in case of like junk stuff, because a few junk cards, right? So now she got extra power, which is probably good. She might see some more play, she might not. It's just 3-5, just a decent stat line for her. I think that's just good. I think that's a good spot for it to be right now. Got along those junk lines, we've got Celine. She's now a 1-2 instead of a -1. Like, their idea was she was going to come out there and you throw her over, but then obviously nerf Viper and stuff like that. So now she's not as punishing to play, right? You can just play her out. She's a 1-2, and if you've got a Goblin or a Hood or something like that that you're going to throw to their side, you know, it's good, and it hurts them. So she's probably a little bit better. She's probably only still playing in the same deck she'd always play her in, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. She's just better on the board. Interesting change. Electra has got 1 power. I don't know if this makes this obviously makes a stronger early game, like pull 1 and 2, but she probably still doesn't get played as a 1-2 really. I mean, maybe you put her in zoo decks, but zoo decks just don't have a place right now. But like if zoo decks get their time again, she will be in the deck for sure. Like, or bounce or stuff like that. She will definitely get a place, I think, as a 1-2. If like bouncy zoo stuff type comes back, she'll be there. But for now, it's just a nice sort of change for when her time comes. Dazzler, this is kind of one of the bigger changes, I think. She's now a 2-2 instead of a 3-3. Dazzler gives, what is it, +3 power if you fill a lane, right? Or is it +2 power for every lane filled, +2, +3, whatever it is. I'm not really playing the card. So this is a nice change to zoo stuff. So they have made a nice couple of changes for the zoo. So hopefully zoo gets his time at some point. When it does, it's going to be really strong, right? Because you've got Kyera to protect zoo. So when it's not this big lockjaw Thanos meta and it's just all about power, zoo is in a good spot to get some momentum going. We've got a nice couple of buffs. The cards get cheaper. They've got ways to protect their wands. You know, it's going to be nice. Like, zoo is going to gain its time. It's going to be quite interesting. Hercules, like I said earlier, that Hercules did get a buff. Like, he's got 1 extra power. I mean, I buy all the cards anyways because I've got my videos, you know, content creator and stuff. But I don't think I'd have changed my opinion on this card if he was a 4-6 or a 4-7, right? It's his effect that makes him why I'd buy this card. His power isn't anything. And the only way I see making Hercules good with with his current ability is if he's a free cost. So maybe they change it because they do say they want more wider range for move cards. So they do want a good move card at 4 cost, right? And it's kind of struggling. So maybe they change his ability somehow. And then he'd be good at 4. But for now, he honestly kind of just sucks. It's nice in Phoenix 4 stuff, but other than that, it kind of sucks. Doo-doo. And lastly, probably the most interesting buff, obviously the nerf to Blob's the best change, but this Dagger, she's no longer a 2-2. She's a 2-0. When this moves to a location, you gain +3 power for each enemy card. I believe it was +2, right? Or was it +1 when she moved? I think she was +2, right? So this ends up a little bit net more power, I believe. So if you move her once into a 2-card location, before she'd be 6 power, right? And now she'll be 6 as well. And then if you move her into 3, before she'd be a 2-8, now she'd be a 2-9. So it's very easy to get her more power, which is interesting. So maybe she sees some more play at 2-0. The +3. The +3, I don't understand why. If they'd made her 2-2 +3, she'd be a little bit broken, I think. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments which buff or nerf you're excited about, and I will catch you tomorrow for another video. Peace.